I really hope that I got
Done.
Okay, so apparently I should say some inspiring crap now. Okay, so this video is completely unplanned and surprising because not even 10 minutes ago I was crying here and my husband asked, well, you need to stop and start recording and you have 2 minutes to get yourself ready. So this is 2 minutes getting ready from crying to being on camera. And I just want to talk about last year, 2023. So it really didn't go the way I planned at all. I feel like it was the hardest year for me, one of the hardest. And it had so many highlights, like really great moments, especially with my little one. It's, that part is great. And it's more like professionally, or I just got into a point when I had us really good. I was doing really well. The business was okay. Physically and mentally, I was good. I was working out. I was really excited. But then suddenly, just something came and just whoosh, and I stopped. And I struggled for months before finally just putting, kind of, I don't know, get my head sorted and realize like, yeah, well, that is depression, isn't it? And I think the hardest part of the depression is just acknowledge it and start moving on, because I wouldn't say that I had a really horrible, or I do have a horrible, really hard depression, which is like I can't shower, I can't, function. I can function. I look after myself, but there are a lot of things I gave up or I didn't do, or I found really hard to continue with. And the last year, I think like for so many people, especially when you see now it's January, whatever, 7th, 8th, and a lot of people got excited and thankful for 2023, and I was like, well, I'm in many ways I'm not. And we had even my husband, when I shared with him about my last year, he said, how is that possible that I feel like I had a great year and he had a bad year? And it's like, you know what, it is possible because I wasn't sharing with you how I feel all the time. I just kept saying I'm tired, and I didn't say I feel lonely. I think I may be struggling with depression, but I don't know what to do because it is not as bad as other people's depression. And it was just a lot. And I noticed like it's okay that if you have a different experience of the year or week or month compared to your partner or your family, because we just put up with so much stuff and building so many walls that it is possible to just present yourself that you good, okay, you functioning okay, but in fact like it's inside is just numb and empty and lonely and hard, that like every day is a struggle, and every day it's kind of like put yourself together because you can't let the face mask you put on, and I don't mean the cucumber face mask, I mean like the mask you put on and you've been pretending. You can't, like, you feel like you can't let it go, and you can't let it go because you will crumble and everything will collapse like a house from the cards. Like if you take a little bit off, it will just all collapse. And the collapse is the part of it. It's part of the process, struggling with depression or getting better, because it has, the fakeness, the pretending, the mask you put on. It has to crumble. It has to, like like in some movies you feel like the mask, it just they have, or some kind of statue, it just start cracking, and then it just crumbles and turns into stone and dust. And that's how I felt at the end of the year when I acknowledged depression and I start working towards feeling better or getting better. And that all of it sometimes often requires to working on some hard stuff from your past, which obviously I've been doing now. So like recovering from depression or when you're getting better, sometimes it's just really, really hard. And I posted on Instagram this picture that like, oh well, I just find out that the rock bottom has a basement. And it's kind of funny. And it's true that you kind of hit the rock bottom, then you feel like, "Ugh, now I need to get up. Now I need to start doing." And you feel like you're in the basement because you've been discovering so much about yourself, about your past. You can start really easily making yourself wrong for doing things certain way for so long. Or for me, it was a people pleasing. I was traveling the last year. I was traveling between the UK and the Czech Republic. I don't know even how many times I traveled, because my parents to see their grandchild. So I've been just going back and forward, and I lost so much on the childcare because here in the UK because of that. And at the end of the year, I was thinking, what was I thinking? Why I didn't plan better? Why I didn't put my foot down and said I cannot come this week because of this for these 2 weeks because I have lost childcare in the UK, and when I come back it will be school holidays, so I want to have a childcare again. And instead of speaking up and saying this is not how it's gonna, that was just stupid, and I could start feeling that I started beating myself up for that and just making myself wrong. And now I know it's like, okay, I need to, this year it's gonna be different. There's gonna be strict planning, strict like following the schedules of the free childcare we are getting, my child minus holidays, and there needs to be planning. I cannot do that kind of people pleasing again this year. And that's people pleasing my parents, my husband, and my child, in-laws. And it's just like I said, it gets worse before it gets better. And being in this period when I am aware of what I was doing, I'm aware of certain stuff from my past that were crippling and impacted on all my life. It is hard to be with. It's hard to process it without making myself wrong, without making other people wrong, without feeling sorry for myself. And so I'm just holding the moonstone. I'm not really into the crystal thing, but yeah, I chose this moonstone ages ago in a shop in my town because it was pretty. And now I'm just keep holding it when I need to. And I'm not saying it's working, but yeah, it's my moonstone. And so 2023 was definitely a bit of a disaster for me. And I know there will be a lot of you who experience the similar things, who are like, yeah, we are happy, like in general, we are happy, it was good year, we achieved some things, we saw the highlights, like we had the highlights, there were things that were absolutely amazing. And it's really important for me to go back into my pictures and just see it again and play a lot of videos with my little one to get present to everything we've done, and everything we did last year, and just accept that I'm kind of coming out of the basement of the rock bottom, and just it's still in a place it's worse before it gets better. And it's okay because we need that space of processing and healing, and in a way the pain, because we need to dig out the stuff that happened to us, and understand how that impact our life and us and our like everyday actions. And I will share more about it in the future, because I keep discovering. It's like every day is discovery. It's like Discovery Channel in my head, and it's exhausting. It's exhausting, and it's good, and it's interesting, and it's mind blowing, and I feel like I'm crying every day. But I think there's just part of it, and I need to. I don't want to say move on, because you can't just move on and just, oh, I'm just moving on. You really need to sort out a lot of things, and it's gonna be painful. I'm not always looking forward to it, but at least I know where I am, and I'm so grateful that I got into the basement, because in the basement I started asking for help, and I started acknowledging what is going on, and knowing that there is the way out of the basement, isn't it? There's always the way out of the basement. Otherwise, you take the stairs, you take the window, and hoping that you can fit through the window, and or just yell and yell and yell, and someone will hear you and come to rescue you in a way, or help you to find a way out of it. Because don't try to do it yourself. There's a lot of resources and lots of free help you can go through NIHS, and getting yourself into talking therapy even without going to GP. You do need a GP, but you can apply it online. There are obviously helplines that are helping. And even if you don't know the helpline, you just call, the main one in your country, and they will transfer you. They'll help you to reach the right support, or like right helpline that can help you, and don't try to do yourself, because like at me, obviously it didn't work last year, did it, when I was trying to figure it out. And if you are a woman, don't try to be strong, independent woman all the time. We need the help, we need support, and we need to cry and be weak every now and there, to be real and to be honest, and just no hiding and no pretending. And if I feel tired, I know it's not just being tired, it's because I need a help, or I feel lonely, or I need to change my routine, or I need to start eating better, or I need to ditch social media for a while, or whatever it is there for you, and you know what to do. You know what makes you feel worse. So just take it step by step. And I think the most important thing is to acknowledge that okay, and it's okay that the last year wasn't a great year, because there's always tomorrow, and there's always this afternoon, and a lot of cuddles and kisses with my little one, and yeah, there's always my full moon as well. Full moonstone. Ugh, there we go. Anyway, so this is my completely surprise video, which I wasn't prepared to do at all. 2 minutes to get ready. No bullet points, no notes, just me. There you go. That's me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And if you need any help, or if you feel like you need to reach out to someone, I'm here for you. Sending you lots of love.